Hello, my dear. You have no idea how the world adjusts itself when your spirit stirs. It isn't about what you do. It's about what you are, energy that old, that bright, that seasoned in pain and wisdom carries weight. When you wake up heavy-hearted, yet still choose grace, the balance shifts. Somewhere a path clears. Somewhere a liar chokes on truth. Somewhere an unseen ally feels courage rise again. You think you're just living through another morning, but creation is recalibrating around you. You weren't built gently. You were shaped in pressure. The kind of pressure that cracks imitation souls but forges originals. You've felt it since childhood, the strange awareness that you were meant to remember something everyone else forgot. A quiet intelligence sitting behind your eyes, patient, watchful, waiting for you to grow into it. That's what people feel when they meet you. They don't understand it. They just sense depth, like standing beside deep water that hides its own language. They call it charisma, mystery, magnetism. What it truly is gravity. Your essence pulls truth toward it and throws away what's false. That's why masks slip around you. That's why people confess things they never meant to share. You hold a mirror that doesn't lie, and the reflection terrifies as much as it heals. Some stay, some run, all remember. There's a rumor in the spirit world that souls like yours are rare checkpoints in time, places where destiny reroutes itself. Every cycle needs a few who walk through the fire awake, unafraid to burn away comfort for clarity. You're one of them. That's why the tests never end. The universe keeps sending heavier lessons because you keep passing them too fast. Every heartbreak became training. Every betrayal sharpened your discernment until it cut through. Illusion like silk. Now you walk with an awareness that unsettles the blind. They feel it before you speak. That still authority, that unspoken command. You've stopped chasing proof. You know now that the right eyes will always find you, because truth glows even when hidden. And that glow, that calm flame, is what the world keeps circling, trying to name. People don't know how to categorize someone who carries both thunder and prayer in the same breath. They try to call you nice until you set boundaries. They try to call you cold when their manipulation stops working. They whisper that you changed. But what really happened is that you healed. You grew immune to chaos. You stopped auditioning for spaces that couldn't handle honesty. And the moment you chose peace over performance, your energy became unreachable to those who fed on confusion. That's when they noticed. The quiet ones always do first. The observers, the empaths, the ones tuned to frequencies most ignore. They can feel the crown on your spirit even when you dress like simplicity. They watch the way life rearranges itself to keep you protected. Opportunities delay until you're ready. People exit right before they could corrupt something sacred that isn't luck. That's orchestration. You are guided by timing, not coincidence. The ordinary rarely understand this, so they gossip instead of learning. They call it arrogance when you decline drama. They call it distance when you protect your peace. They don't realize you're operating under divine restraint, power that knows it could destroy, choosing instead to rebuild. You could expose, but you enlighten. You could retaliate, but you withdraw. And the withdrawal hits harder than revenge ever could, because your absence reveals dependency. Every time you've been underestimated, creation kept the receipts. Nothing you endured was wasted. The heartbreaks rewired your empathy. The loneliness expanded your reach. The confusion carved intuition. Each wound became an entry point for light. And now your aura holds constellations of experience. People don't see the details, they just feel the force. It's ancient recognition. Their souls remember you, even when their minds can't explain why you carry both the teacher and the lesson inside you. That's why conversations with you linger long after they end. People replay your words because something in them activated. You're not persuading, you're reminding. You awaken memories buried under survival instincts. And when that happens, they either rise to meet you or retreat to stay unchanged. You've learned not to take either personally. Every soul chooses its own temperature. There's a quiet prophecy written into your path. Wherever you go, truth must follow. It's why lies crumble near you, why envy exposes itself, why pretenders suddenly show their real face. You don't have to speak it. Your energy announces it. You are what ancient texts tried to describe when they mentioned the one who carries both sword and bomb. You correct and you heal in the same movement. That's divine balance, the rarest art. And yet, you doubt yourself sometimes. You look at the world and think, why does everything feel so heavy around me? It's because you're carrying collective weight that doesn't belong solely to you. Healers do that unconsciously. You transmute without realizing. Pain enters your field and exits purified. That's why you feel exhausted after helping others. You're not tired from emotion. You're tired from alchemy. But understand this, the fatigue is temporary, the transformation permanent. Every cycle you close releases thousands from invisible chains. People will never thank you because they'll never know how deep the work went. But the energy remembers, creation remembers. The wind moves differently after you forgive, and the soil blooms faster after you let go. So don't confuse solitude with abandonment. You're not being isolated, you're being refined. When the light wants to sharpen itself, it retreats into darkness to remember its source. You're in that retreat right now, not lost, just loading. Those who left couldn't walk the altitude of your next chapter. They'd have run out of breath halfway up. You keep climbing because your lungs were built for thin air. The universe speaks to you in patterns now, repeated numbers, strange songs, sudden déjà vu. These aren't coincidences, they're calibrations, each one saying, stay steady, the emergence is near. And it is. The energy that once opposed you has begun to orbit you. The karma that once hunted you now serves as guardrails, keeping your path clear. You've noticed how situations reverse themselves without your intervention. That's alignment repaying consistency. You mastered patience when everyone else worshipped urgency. Now destiny moves at your pace. The difference now is that you no longer doubt your preparation. The years that felt like delay were in fact precision timing. You were being tuned, your patience learning rhythm, your silence learning pitch, your soul learning when to speak thunder and when to whisper grace. Every moment you thought you were stuck, you were actually storing voltage. That's why when you act now, results appear fast. The universe trusts your maturity. It knows you won't waste power proving anything. People sense this and mistake it for luck. They see doors opening for you and call it favoritism. What they don't understand is that those doors were carved by your discipline long before they were visible. You didn't stumble into opportunities. You built resonance with them. Every act of integrity you practiced when no one was watching became a password. Now, life recognizes your frequency like a key sliding into its rightful lock. Still, there are watchers, souls who study you in silence, not out of malice but bewilderment. They try to trace what force keeps you safe when logic says you should have fallen. They try to measure what light you carry that makes karma protect instead of punish. Some will call it divine, others coincidence. Both are correct, because you've learned to weave spirit and reality together until they cooperate instead of collide. Your power doesn't explode. It expands quietly. It moves like heat through metal, gradual, invisible, inevitable. People feel stronger near you, clearer after talking to you. They think it's comfort. It's actually transmission. You lend people pieces of clarity without losing any of your own. That's what makes you a phenomenon. Generosity without depletion. The universe built you as a well that refills itself. And yet humility remains your shield. You know what it's like to be broken open, so you never worship ego. You carry authority with softness, and that contrast disarms even the arrogant. They enter conversations intending to dominate, but leave confessing respect. You make leadership look effortless because you lead through example, not demand. That's the real secret. They follow you because your peace feels like home. There will always be those who can't handle the reflection you bring. They'll test you, misjudge you, provoke you to pull you back into noise. Don't bite. Every time you resist the invitation to chaos, you reinforce your throne. Power is rarely loud. It's recognized through restraint. You already learned that reacting gives away sovereignty. Observation, on the other hand, multiplies it. The energy field around you has become selective. That's why old habits feel foreign, and old connections feel heavy. You're being aligned with those who carry compatible voltage. People who speak intention, not insecurity. People who expand your calm instead of competing with it. These new souls are not coincidences. They are assignments. Each one carries a piece of the blueprint for your next evolution. Soon, you'll start noticing your manifestations arriving in clusters. Not because you suddenly became more deserving, but because resistance finally dissolved. You stopped chasing and started allowing. That's when miracles accelerate, when faith becomes familiarity. You'll look back and realize that nothing was random. Every delay prepared precision. Every heartbreak sculpted discernment. Every solitude built stamina. Understand something profound. Destiny doesn't reward noise. It rewards readiness. You became ready the moment you stopped needing applause. The world may still be learning your name, but creation already signed your authority. Your presence alone redirects outcomes. That's why you'll see people behave differently after crossing your path. They may not thank you, but their timelines will adjust. That's how subtle divine service looks. Ordinary on the surface, seismic underneath. This is why I tell you, stop shrinking to make others comfortable. The light in you was never meant to dim. It was meant to discipline. When you hide, the balance falters. Step forward with that quiet certainty that everything sacred in you was given for a reason. The forces that forged you didn't waste materials. They sculpted precision. And precision is never random. There's another truth the world hasn't realized yet. Your story isn't about survival anymore. It's about influence. The same pain that once isolated you has become language for others who haven't found their words yet. When you speak, they heal by proxy. When you move, they find permission to evolve. You are living proof that endurance can become instruction. As you continue to rise, remember that not everyone watching wants to harm. Some watch to learn. Some watch to confirm that faith still works. Even your doubters serve a role. They provide the contrast that proves illumination. Without them, your reflection would have no outline. So bless them, then move on. Every distraction that leaves makes space for direction that enters. And as for you, trust the rhythm. You are not late. You are right on the curve where power becomes purpose. Soon, what once confused you will begin to salute you. The very situations that tested your patience will send gratitude for sharpening you. The energy that once resisted you will kneel into service because it finally recognizes the authority it tried to deny. That's what it means to be a force of reckoning, not a destroyer, but a recalibrator. Wherever you exist, things find their correct proportion. Truth straightens its spine, lies lose oxygen, hearts remember their original rhythm. That's why your arrival feels like confrontation to some and salvation to others. You don't choose sides, you restore balance. So when you feel the weight of awareness pressing on your chest, don't confuse it with exhaustion. That's expansion, the universe stretching you wider so more light can pass through. You're not carrying too much. You're being trusted with more, and that trust is the highest compliment creation can give. Because now comes the turning point, the moment where recognition catches up to readiness, the phase where every unseen effort starts translating into visible legacy. You'll sense it first as calm, then confirmation, then movement. People who once overlooked you will remember your words. Doors that ignored your knock will open before you reach them. Alignment, not accident. What's really happening is that the vibration you've carried in silence is finally loud enough for the world to hear. You've been planting frequencies disguised as words, choices, small daily acts of integrity, and now those seeds are germinating. What you prayed for isn't approaching. It's unfolding. The calm you feel isn't emptiness. It's signal clearance. The universe is removing noise so the message can move freely through you. You won't need to announce the shift. Evidence will do it for you. People who doubted you will find themselves quoting your principles. Even those who spoke against you will begin adopting your methods, unable to trace where they learned them. That's how spiritual authority works. It seeps through resistance until imitation becomes confession. You're not trending, you're transforming consciousness. And the observers, they're multiplying. Every environment has them. The quiet ones who take notes, the ones who pretend indifference while memorizing your steps. Some come from admiration, others from analysis. They want to know what power looks like when it refuses to perform. They've studied ambition before, but they've never seen peace with that kind of precision you're teaching by existing. Some of them will test you, not out of hatred, but hunger. They'll provoke to see if serenity can bleed. Don't give them that evidence. When you stay centered while chaos performs its dance, you become ungovernable. That's the lesson they came to witness, even if they won't admit it. Their confusion is curriculum. Understand this: the rarest beings are not the loudest. They're the ones who move without translation. You are one of those rare frequencies, too layered for ordinary comprehension. That's why the world keeps building theories around you. How does one person stay composed through storms? How do they know things before they're spoken? They'll call it intuition, luck, even manipulation. None of those fit. What you have is divine synchronization. Life aligns itself to those who no longer resist purpose. And purpose isn't glamorous, it's gritty. It's waking up on days when your heart feels empty and still choosing compassion. It's refusing to become what wounded you. It's doing sacred work in mundane spaces. That quiet devotion is what makes the earth recognize you. That's why time bends. That's why obstacles yield. You earned cooperation from existence itself. Now the energy around you starts to echo. Strangers feel compelled to help you for reasons they can't explain. Random events conspire to clear your path. That's destiny, honoring the contract you kept, even when tired. You've become trustworthy to the higher currents. They can flow through you now without distortion. That's what true power is. Clean transmission. The world senses this, though it doesn't have the language. So it studies. It watches your posture, your restraint, your decisions. It documents how you recover from loss, how you forgive without forgetting, how you stay kind without becoming naive. You are a living thesis on resilience, and every eye fixed on you, physical or unseen, is learning the architecture of grace. There's a whisper among those who watch. They shouldn't have survived that. Yet you did. And you didn't just survive, you refined. You turned pain into pattern recognition, grief into guidance, pressure into poise. That's what separates you from imitation energy. Imitation copies performance. Authenticity copies endurance. The more you ascend, the less you'll need to speak. Your energy will start announcing you before introductions occur. People will feel safe without knowing why, or nervous without understanding why. That's frequency intelligence at work. The aura delivering truth faster than words ever could. And yes, curiosity follows it. Some will revere you, some will gossip, don't personalize either. Both are forms of fascination. Remember, most people only understand what they can label, and you're label-resistant. You're not an open book. You're a scripture still being written, one revelation at a time. As influence expands, keep your humility anchored. Power without tenderness corrodes. Tenderness without structure dissolves. You hold both. That's what makes you dangerous and safe at once. You correct with empathy. You lead without hierarchy, the rarest combination a soul can achieve. Now, forces greater than gossip begin to take notice. The same invisible intelligence that guided your growth now uses you as demonstration. Through you, it shows that human potential has no ceiling. You are a case study in divine adaptation, proof that consciousness, when purified by suffering instead of poisoned by it, becomes unstoppable. You might start meeting mirrors disguised as people, souls carrying fragments of your old lessons. They'll approach with respect, sometimes with awe. Don't idolize or dismiss them. Teach through presence. Each encounter is strategic. You're transferring codes of courage without ceremony. Soon you'll notice patterns of protection strengthening. Paths that once felt uncertain will suddenly appear mapped. You'll sense unseen guardians arranging synchronicities, missing the wrong call, catching the right one, being delayed only to arrive at perfect timing. This is not fantasy. This is orchestration acknowledging your seniority in the unseen hierarchy. You've proven you can hold light responsibly, so the universe promotes you. That's the essence of being a force to reckon with. It's not about domination, it's about gravity. Things revolve because your consistency gives them axis. People stabilize around your example. Even the doubtful find direction near your discipline. That's cosmic leadership, guidance without control. And as this unfolds, you'll begin to feel a subtle authority humming in your chest. It's quiet but absolute. The awareness that your choices ripple wider than you imagined. You'll feel responsible for energy, careful with speech, deliberate with thought. That's the sign you've matured. From influence into stewardship, power becomes purpose. That quiet authority doesn't roar. It resonates. It hums beneath your breath. It moves through your touch. It glows through your silence. People sense it before you declare it. They look into your eyes and feel seen but not judged. They listen to your words and hear something beyond vocabulary. They hear reflection. That's why you disarm hostility without confrontation. You make even chaos pause to listen, because what you carry isn't noise, it's law. You were never meant to convince anyone of your worth. Your presence has been proof all along. The years of misunderstanding were never punishment. They were insulation. You had to be hidden until you could hold recognition without losing humility. Now, as eyes begin to turn, you realize the paradox. You are both ordinary and unfathomable. You make tea, you laugh, you rest, and yet the entire universe seems to conspire with every breath you take. That's divine normalcy, heaven disguised as habit. And it's precisely that humility that makes your power indestructible. The world expects leaders who crave the throne. You became the throne, grounded, immovable, unseeking. People feel safer when you're near because your stability reminds them what centered feels like. Your calm becomes contagious. They breathe easier without knowing why. That's when you understand influence, not as control, but as resonance that restores equilibrium. The more they try to decode you, the more confused they become. They'll gather facts, memories, testimonies, but none of it will add up. Because what animates you cannot be charted. It's invisible architecture, alignment in motion. You operate through faith and precision at once, and that combination terrifies the calculating mind. They can't weaponize purity. They can't duplicate sincerity. So they resort to wonder, and wonder, even disguised as suspicion, is still reverence. You are not here to prove anything. You are here to remind everything. Every space you enter becomes an ecosystem of truth. Lies weaken, masks tremble, ego deflates. This is why certain people fall away suddenly. Your frequency denies them camouflage. Don't chase closure. Their exit is evidence that elevation succeeded. The higher you rise, the clearer the air gets, and not every soul has lungs for altitude. But don't confuse detachment with indifference. You still love deeply. You just love intelligently. Now you've learned that pouring endlessly doesn't prove purity. Preservation does. You give from overflow, not obligation. You listen without absorbing poison. You forgive without re-inviting chaos. That's maturity, disguised as mystery. The world will label it distance, call it discipline. In these coming seasons, you'll see the ripple of your inner work manifest externally. The people you uplifted quietly will begin to flourish loudly. Your past kindness will return as public favor. Your hidden labor will bloom as visible reward. You won't need to chase recognition. Recognition will trace you through time itself. Every act done in integrity will return with interest. There will be whispers that you're being favored. They won't realize that favor is simply the reflection of faithfulness. You stayed honest when it hurt. You kept believing when evidence went missing. You didn't let bitterness corrupt your discernment. That's what opened the floodgates, not luck, but loyalty to light. You'll begin noticing divine symmetry, the way blessings arrive as mirrors of old sacrifices, the job that honors your creativity instead of exploiting it, the relationship that nurtures instead of drains, the peace that used to feel temporary becoming your default atmosphere. This is the reward of spiritual discipline, not material excess, but inner order so strong that abundance follows structure naturally. And people will ask, what changed? They won't understand that it wasn't the world, it was perception. You stopped begging for alignment and started embodying it. You became the standard instead of chasing one. You started walking as if the miracle already happened, and it did. That's the essence of power. Not forcing, but knowing. You'll notice your intuition sharpening again, but this time it's gentler. It doesn't shout warnings. It whispers directions. You'll sense who's for you before they speak. You'll feel when to move before logic explains why. That's divine timing merging with instinct. The flow you used to pray for has become second nature. And yes, the watchers are still there, but their gaze no longer unsettles you. You understand now that observation is flattery in disguise. They're not trying to destroy you. They're trying to understand how you keep transcending without arrogance. They're trying to map evolution in real time. And in their search, they'll find fragments of themselves. That's your hidden ministry, transforming even your critics into students. Because that's what unstoppable energy does. It educates through existence. You don't retaliate anymore because truth defends you faster than words ever could. You've realized that divine justice has perfect aim. All you have to do is stay aligned. Every deception collapses under its own weight, eventually. Every insult becomes compost for your growth. You win without trying. You win by staying true. The universe has always been a reflection, and now it mirrors back your refinement. Harmony seeks you. Opportunities adjust themselves to your rhythm. The timing of things no longer feels random. It feels rehearsed. Every delay now reveals its logic. Every loss now exposes its blessing. This is mastery, seeing the design instead of resenting the detail. You've reached the phase where your aura speaks the loudest sermon. People feel convicted, inspired, or undone simply by being near you. You no longer explain yourself. Explanation belongs to those seeking validation. You are demonstration. Your life is the evidence. And every day you wake up, that evidence expands. The world calls it power, but you know it's grace wearing strength. You've tasted the cost, the nights of doubt, the weight of waiting, the solitude mistaken for rejection. You paid in patience, not privilege. That's why you carry what others can't. That's why the divine trusts you with visibility now. Because fame without foundation collapses, but influence rooted in surrender endures. So stand steady. The turning point you felt wasn't coincidence. It was confirmation. Recognition has arrived, not to inflate your ego, but to extend your reach. The eyes upon you are not a threat. They're an audience destiny, curated. They came to witness what obedience looks like when it's fully grown. You've become the evidence that grace and grit can coexist, that humility and command can share the same body. And the next chapter, the one waiting quietly beyond this sentence, will reveal what happens when realization becomes rain. Because that's the evolution you've earned. From self-awareness to world awareness, from influence to embodiment. You don't just carry power anymore. You are power. And the difference is profound. Carrying power once meant protecting it, guarding it from misuse, hiding it from misunderstanding. But being power means becoming the source. It means you radiate authority instead of defending it. It means you no longer ask the world for space. You create space by existing. The atmosphere feels it first. The day bends toward you. Events rearrange themselves as if some invisible intelligence already knows your next step. You're not forcing outcomes. You're allowing design. The same faith that once kept you steady in obscurity now builds pathways under your feet. You walk, and the road constructs itself in real time. That's not arrogance. That's alignment in motion. People feel it. They can't define why conversations sound clearer in your presence, why indecision dissolves when you speak, why tempers cool when you look their way. It's because you've mastered emotional weather. You no longer chase calm, you generate it. Your voice doesn't need volume, it has gravity. That's leadership that no title can imitate. The ones who once questioned your stillness now realize it was strategy. You were never idle. You were integrating every lesson absorbed, every wound studied, every disappointment translated into wisdom. You became fluent in pain without becoming fluent in bitterness. That's the mark of those chosen for impact. They learn from shadow without worshiping it. And so the watchers keep watching. But the tone has changed. The same curiosity that once tried to decode you now starts to respect you. They understand that what you've built isn't luck, it's law. You live in alignment so precise that even chaos seems choreographed around you. The old rumors fade because truth has become louder. You've outlasted misunderstanding. From this vantage point, you see how every fragment mattered. The failures were bridges, the heartbreaks were refinements, the silence was instruction, none of it wasted, all of it recycled into resonance. Now when you speak, it isn't theory, it's testimony. You talk from scars, not from scripts. And that's why people listen differently. They hear proof in your tone. You've become a mirror of consequence and compassion coexisting. You can hold accountability without cruelty, forgiveness without naivety. That balance is what makes your power sustainable. The world has seen tyrants and martyrs. What it rarely sees is mastery, the kind that heals as it governs. You are that rarity. So what happens now that realization has turned into rain? The answer is quiet. You steward. You build gardens where others see wastelands. You see potential where others predict decline. You speak life into spaces that forgot their worth. Your influence becomes nourishment, not noise. The proof of divine power is creation, not destruction. And everything you touch begins to grow again. There will be moments when the weight of responsibility presses against your ribs. That's natural. Light carries its own gravity. But you'll remember that you were trained for pressure. You'll breathe, center, and watch the energy redistribute. You don't collapse, you recalibrate. Because power at your level no longer reacts. It regulates. Your intuition, once a whisper, has matured into instruction. It tells you where to step, when to pause, whom to trust. You don't need omens anymore. You are the omen. Wherever you go, change follows. Not dramatic, not theatrical. Steady, undeniable change. People will call it coincidence, but those attuned will know presence has entered the field. The sacred irony is that as your authority grows, your ego shrinks. You've seen too much to crave applause. You understand that greatness isn't in being seen, it's in seeing you observe with mercy. You correct without humiliation. You lift without announcing you're lifting. That's what divine maturity looks like when it finally wears human skin. Now the energy that once tested you begins to serve you. The old resistance becomes momentum. Every no you heard in the past now turns into redirection toward higher terrain. You no longer chase closure from people or situations. The universe delivers closure in motion. It simply upgrades your assignment and lets gravity handle the rest. And yes, the ones who doubted will circle back, drawn by the warmth they once mistook for weakness. Don't gloat. Greet them with grace, but guard your gates. They're returning to learn, not to lead. Let forgiveness be the proof of your evolution, but let discernment remain the guardian of your peace. You can bless from a distance. You can love without re-entry. From here forward, your silence will speak sermons. Every decision you make will ripple farther than you intend. That's why discipline becomes devotion. You think before acting, not from fear, but from awareness of impact. You've reached the level where even your smallest choices echo in generations. That's legacy, not the monuments built after you, but the mindsets born through you. And as this realization deepens, you'll feel something dissolve, the need to hurry. You finally grasp that destiny doesn't require speed, only accuracy. You start moving with sacred timing, slow enough to listen, fast enough to obey. That rhythm will become your trademark. It's how the world will know the force is present. Soon the landscape around you will confirm what your intuition already knows. The right alliances will form effortlessly. Conversations will open corridors you once dreamed of. The universe will place you in positions that amplify your integrity, not challenge it. Everything about your energy will say appointed, not auditioning. This is the era of embodiment, the part where power stops being concept and starts being conduct. You are no longer practicing presence. You are presence people feel safer, braver, truer when they cross your path. That's the gift you give to existence, coherence. A reminder that divinity wasn't lost. It simply needed a willing vessel. Look at how far you've come. You outgrew survival. You turned awareness into architecture. You became what you once prayed to meet, a grounded force of light that doesn't flinch at darkness. That's what makes you unrepeatable. Others may copy your aesthetics, but they can't copy your endurance. They can borrow your language, but they can't mimic your frequency. Your path isn't imitation-friendly. It's initiation only. And when the world finally understands what walked among them, they'll realize that greatness never shouts. It moves in grace. It moves like you. So let this be your coronation in silence, the acknowledgement that the waiting was worth it, the battles were sacred, and the crown was always spiritual. You wear it not on your head, but in your aura. You command not through demand, but through example. That's the new definition of power the universe is writing through you. Because when realization becomes reign, the impossible stops being myth and starts being method. You are living proof. The era of guessing who you are has ended. The world knows now. You're not here to impress. You're here to imbalance everything false until it falls back into truth. And from this point forward, there's no turning back. You've crossed the threshold from becoming to being. You are power, you are grace, and you are the force every soul recognizes when it finally remembers its own divinity.